Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Now on HHS In-Depth, Jordan Barnes brings us a story on Brothers of Unity, a monthly meeting for African American students here at SACS.
Plus, we'll give you information about the Quick Tip system here at Homestead.
And we'll give you a recap of Taste of Homestead from this past Wednesday.
And later, the freezing cold temperatures are finally fading, and I'll let you know how warm it's going to get.
All that and so much more.
Coming up today on HHS In-Depth.
Hello Homestead, it's Friday, February 13th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Atticus Dean.
And I'm Elon McAllister. And Atticus, I don't know about you, but I'm loving these warmer temperatures we're having.
No, I completely agree. It's been so nice not having to wear my jacket as much. Now, to kick things off, throughout the year, African American male students from the SACS district gather right here at Homestead for monthly Brothers of Unity meetings, which focus on building leadership skills and strengthening connections among teens, and reporter Jordan Barnes has more on the story.
The Gray Box at Homestead High School hosts many events, seminars, symposiums, and showcases, to name a few. However, one event stands out from all the rest. Once a month, young African-American men from 6th to 12th grade in the SACS district meet at Homestead to engage in leadership activities and bond with one another. Amos Norman, CEO of leadership development organization A Norman Perspective, LLC, recently gave Brothers of Unity members a lecture on the importance of taking action to achieve your goals, having accountability when making mistakes, and surrounding yourself by people who support and uplift you.
I think it's important for our young African-American men to get guidance like this because I think that sometimes when they're out here just living life, you got to understand that you're not the only one that's experienced it already.
Members of the program have expressed how each meeting provides a place of belonging, understanding, and brotherhood among their peers.
I think it's pushing me towards my goals for me to be able to see that I'm good and I am enough. It's teaching me that there's people who see me and there's people who see younger people who look like me, even maybe if I don't feel that I'm being seen every single day in the school.
Although February is dedicated to celebrating Black history, it's programs like Brothers of Unity that remind us to celebrate each other and our culture today and tomorrow. Jordan Barnes, HHS In-Depth.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In local news, earlier this week, 2 livestock barns caught fire south of Fort Wayne near Maples Road. Crews were sent to the scene around 8:30 p.m. on Monday night and were able to extinguish the fires and evacuate most of the animals. Sadly, some did not make it. Southwest Fire District Chief Donald Patnude confirmed his crews believe the fires were caused by additional heating in the barns. In international news, the 2026 Winter Olympics are mid-swing in Milan, Italy. This past Sunday, Breezy Johnson secured the United States' first gold medal by winning the Alpine Skiing Women's Downhill. As of recording, the top 3 countries with the most gold medals are Norway in first, Switzerland in second, and the United States in third. You can watch all of the Olympic events by streaming on Peacock. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is coming up next.
Environmental Club is proud to announce
our brand new recycling roadmap to help you recycle the right way here at school. With brand new things you are able to recycle, so now you should recycle in addition to clean paper and cardstock, clean plastic, clean glass, and clean aluminum. Things you shouldn't recycle include gum, Kleenex, any caps and lids, or anything with food scraps.
It's simple. Clean it, sort it, recycle it right, follow the recycling roadmap, and keep our planet shining bright.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
This past Wednesday, Homestead student government hosted its annual Taste of Homestead in the cafeteria, an event where students share their cultures through food from around the world. This year's event featured 44 groups representing their countries across 5 different continents, with more than 100 Spartan students involved. All of it combined made the 11th anniversary of this event a success once again.
I think back to the first year, I think we had about 6 or 7 groups, and it was just the foreign language club. So we had a Spanish club, a German club, a French club, and a JCL or Latin club. And over the course of 11 years, it's grown to include, today we have almost 50 groups here, expanded well beyond just the world language department by opening up to the entire school. So it's really cool to see how what started 11 years ago has turned into what you see here tonight. So we're really pleased with how it's grown.
The saying goes, when you see something, say something, but saying something isn't always easy. A tool many people may not know about is Quick Tips, an online reporting tool that allows students, parents, staff, and community members to submit information to district administrators anonymously or not.
So anytime that there's a quick tip that's reported, you get to choose which basically building in the school district you want it to go to. It has the elementaries, it has middle school, it has the Citadel. As an SRO for the district, we get things that go to all the quick tips that go to any of the buildings because we don't know what the specifics are for that quick tip.
Quick tips are truly anonymous if you choose not to fill out the optional information. Submissions are only reviewed during school hours when school is in session.
In essence, the way we want this quick tip to be used from a law enforcement perspective is a way to report information when it involves safety, security, or wellness to students or the overall school here.
To report a concern about students, staff, and or school property, you can submit a quick tip at the link shown below or call the phone tip line at 260-431-2100. As they start to wrap up their season, Homestead's dance team is heading to Orlando, Florida to compete in the NDA National Championship, an event they only get to go to every other year.
I would say I'm most excited to just be out on the nationals floor again. It's one of the most exciting and thrilling experiences that I've ever had as a dancer. We're all really close friends, so I feel like that really helps us, especially in jazz, because that's a much more sad emotion. So it's easy to portray that when you're actually having a real connection with your friends.
The teams left yesterday as they prepare for an action-packed long weekend. Good luck, ladies.
Last Saturday, students in Latin Club traveled to Indianapolis to compete in the Indiana Certamen, which is a quiz bowl-like competition where students demonstrate their knowledge of the Latin language and classical civilizations. Students competed in 4 groups: novice, intermediate, advanced 1, and advanced 2.
It's nice to know that as a team we've grown, and as an individual I've done a lot better than I have previously.
Make sure to congratulate the competitors for their hard work.
Interested in being a Unified Track partner? There will be a Unified Track call-out meeting for partners on Friday, February 27th, right after school in Mrs. Hoffer's room, B1042. Attendance is important because an application is required to participate. And if you have any questions, please email Mrs. Hoffer at the email address shown below.
Homestead's Heart for Paws Club has kicked off their first ever supply drive going on until spring break. Students can donate treats, toys, and other pet items, with all donations going to the Huntington Humane Society. To donate, leave items in the donation box outside of Mrs. Blundell's room A1045. You can contact Bryn Fouch with any questions at the email address shown below.
Any girl planning to play tennis this spring should attend the parent-player meeting next Wednesday, February 18th at 7 p.m. in Coach Hauer's room B2025. If you have any questions, please see Coach Hauer.
Eli, since we were talking about the Olympics earlier, I wanted to know, what's your favorite event to watch?
Well, personally, I love watching the curling, but also seeing the skiers and snowboarders go down the snow. It's amazing to watch.
Personally, I like watching them go down the snow, but I don't like snow here. And now is Braxton Hall to let us know if we're getting any snow this weekend. And Braxton?
Well, guys, while the mountains and the lawn remain covered in a heavy blanket of snow, back here at home, things are finally starting to shift as we get a welcome warming trend over the next few days. This upcoming weekend is slated to deliver the warmest conditions we've seen so far this year, which means you can finally expect that stubborn, dirty snow still lingering on the ground to begin melting away. Today, we are looking at still pretty chilly temperatures with a high of 42 and a low of 24 with mostly sunny skies. Saturday brings slightly warmer temperatures for Valentine's Day with a high of 47 and a low of 31 as the skies remain mostly sunny. By Sunday, you might want to plan on staying indoors. Precipitation returns, especially in the morning hours. Those skies are expected to clear in the afternoon, and with a high of 50 and a low of 31, only rain is expected with no snow. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel for winter weather, and the payoff is worth it. And as early next week, highs will be in the upper 50s and may even touch into the 60s, with nighttime lows remaining above freezing before we can expect a slight cool down late next week. But the good news is temps will still be warmer than some of the dangerous cold we've experienced in the past few weeks. Braxton Hall, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Braxton, for filling us in on this weekend's forecast.
Stick around. More HHS In-Depth is still to come, including an all-new Behind the Curtain along with our Black History Month segment, coming up right after this.
Next week on HHS In-Depth. Reporter Trent Freiberger brings us a story on a recent laptop charger incident and how to properly and safely use the laptop chargers. See that and more next week on HHS In-Depth.
Tonight, your Homestead Spartans look to take one step closer to the SAC title as they face the Concordia Cadets for their final road conference game of the season. Come out and support the team in person or catch all the action on the .91 FM with tip-off at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Behind the Curtain. I'm Olivia Butler, and we'll start off today by featuring this weekend that was full of incredible competitions for the Performing Arts Department, then dive into a segment for this week's Black History Month. Starting off with the Homestead Show Choirs, last Saturday the groups traveled nearly 3 hours away to compete at Southmont, alongside other schools, including a few from Indianapolis. Despite both groups placing 4th out of 5 groups in either division, Class Royale placed 2nd for vocals, and the backup band, Anonymous Blue, received Best Band for the unisex division. And speaking of the show choir competitions, the annual Homestead Classic Showcase is taking place this weekend. The showcase has been deemed the official title as one of the largest show choir competitions, having nearly 33 schools from 18 different states, making it shine on even the national level. Planning began nearly 10 months ago and will not only include the various school performances, but also food trucks, multiple vendors, and one-in-a-lifetime experience.
Come on out, experience this event. If you've never experienced the Homestead Classic Showcase, you walk through the building and it's a whole different vibe, whole different aura. Anytime you're doing an event that is this large, there is stress involved. Mr. Shaw and I surround ourselves with an incredible parent team. So it's a really exciting event to be at in our season.
Mr. Sherman heads this notorious event that will last all weekend, starting tonight with the middle school performances at 5 p.m. and then bright and early on Saturday with the high school level group starting at 7 a.m. The showcase not only serves as a fundraiser for the Homestead Show Choirs, but also as a once-in-a-lifetime experience you won't want to miss. Switching over to the Winter Guard, last Saturday they ventured to Westfield High School to compete in their first competition of the season. Nearly 47 other Guard teams were there in attendance, where Homestead competed with their show titled Voices in Concert, portraying abstract voices and melodies through the choreography and integration of music. The Winter Guard won 4th in their division with a variety of different featured soloists. Their next competition is at the EGI Invitational, February 2nd at Warren Central High School. Make sure to stop by and see our amazing Spartan Winter Guard. Last Friday, the Homestead Jazz Band had the honor of attending a jazz band festival hosted at DeKalb High School, a fundraiser for the DeKalb schools. Both Jazz 1 and Jazz 2 performed in the evening, receiving individual critiques on how to improve their performances. Overall, they enjoyed the festival and learned from judges and other groups on how they can better their performances. All three jazz bands will have their performances coming up this Saturday at Snyder High School, where they will be competing against other jazz bands. That wraps up the past week of performing arts, and we wish the best of luck to the future competitions ahead. For more updates, be on the lookout for future performing arts on the next edition of Behind the Curtain. Now let's shift to this week's segment of Black History Month.
We face the difficulties of today and tomorrow. I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply.
And since we're here, we'll feature a musician known for revolutionizing pop and soul music, the king of soul himself, Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke began his career as a gospel singer in the Soul Stirrers, achieving great success within the African American church community, with hit songs such as Nearer to Thee and Touch the Hem of His Garment. In 1957, Cooke transitioned to pop music, becoming a romantic icon in the genre. He wrote many of his own hits, including You Send Me. While he was also a rhythm and blues artist, Cooke maintained a spiritual essence even in his love songs. Cooke's decision to turn his attention to pop music in 1957 had tremendous implications in the Black musical community. There had long been a taboo against such a move, but Cooke broke the mold. Unfortunately, Cooke was shot at age 33 by a motel manager, a controversy shrouded in mystery regarding the true motive. A Change Is Gonna Come remains his signature song, an anthem of hope and boundless optimism that expresses the genius of his poetry and sweetness of his soul. Cooke was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986 and was a 1999 recipient of the Grammy Award for a Lifetime Achievement. Sam Cooke revolutionized soul music, combining pop and blues music all while maintaining a spiritual essence even in his love songs. Known as the King of Soul, Cooke has left a lasting legacy for aspiring musicians alike, shaping the music world for generations to come. Olivia Butler, HHS In-Depth. Up next, we'll highlight another famous figure for this week's segment of Black History Month. Atticus, back to you.
Thank you, Olivia. Continuing our Black History Month series, we're spotlighting individuals whose achievements opened doors for generations to come. And today we're sharing the story of Alice Coachman, the first Black woman from any country to win an Olympic gold medal. She won a total of 25 national titles across her athletic career, this including a stretch from 1939 to 1948 where she won 10 consecutive national titles. She also won 2 sprinting national titles. Following her gold medal win in the 1948 Olympics, Coachman called it a career. Following her athletic career, Coachman went on to teach at the elementary, high school, and college level. She also created the Alice Coachman Track and Field Foundation to aid young athletes and former competitors in financial need. Coachman was inducted into the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame in 2004, cementing her legacy. Coachman was a pioneer for Black female athletes, carving a path for success even during the times of segregation and injustice.
Thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure you follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
And don't forget, school is in session on Monday.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.